What's up, guys? So after Chapter 5 of the Book of Boba Fett, I am convinced that Boba Fett will be the rightful ruler of Mandalore and take the Darksaber from Din Djarin by the end of this show. Now hear me out, because this is going to be insane. Stay till the end of the video, because you might actually think that I could be right on this one, because I'm definitely right on this one. So now we're 5 chapters into the Book of Boba Fett, and all those people who didn't really like it loved Chapter 5, and that's because Din Djarin came back, but there was no Boba Fett in his own show. The best episode didn't even have him in his own show. But the first 4 episodes did build up what we are going to be seeing with Boba Fett in the future, I think. Boba Fett was a completely different character back in Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. He was a bounty hunter, whatever, but now he's like a family man. He's a real family man because he was taken in by the Tusken Raiders, and they took him in as one of his own, and he became one of a tribe. So I think that Boba's mentality has been completely flipped around, and now he wants to be one of a tribe or one of a family. And I think he wants to rule that family or rule that tribe or whatever. And I think that's where it leads to the Mandalorian throne and him wanting to rule Mandalore, because he is, in fact, the rightful heir to the Mandalorian throne. So let's talk about why Din Djarin isn't the rightful ruler of Mandalore and why he doesn't even want to be. So Din Djarin has the Darksaber, and he is technically the rightful ruler of Mandalore for now. But think about Din Djarin. He was a bounty hunter. He found Grogu, but before he found Grogu, he was just this bounty hunter. You even saw it in Chapter 5 at the beginning. He's this cold, dark bounty hunter who literally slices all those people up. He wants his bounty. He wants his money. He wants it all. But he is definitely not a leader. He barely even knew the Mandalorians at all. He doesn't know any of the history of Mandalore. He doesn't even want to be the Mandalorian ruler. He doesn't want the Darksaber. He tried to hand it to Bo, but that can't happen because you can't be handed the Darksaber. You have to win it in combat. He doesn't want to be the ruler of Mandalore. So take out Din as the ruler of Mandalore at all, because he doesn't want to be a leader. He doesn't want to do it. Bo-Katan's more of a leader. Boba Fett's more of a leader. You have more leadership roles. Mando's a bounty hunter, and he's a bounty hunter first. Think about it. Boba comes back, and he has these ways of the Tuskens. He gets brought in as one of the Tuskens, and he's more of a family man now. He's more of this guy who wants to rule. He wants to protect his people. He wants to do all this stuff. He wants to be a ruler. He wants to protect his people. He wants to keep order in his own home. So he thinks Tatooine is that home right now. But what he doesn't realize is that Mandalore is going to be that home. And when Din shows up with the Darksaber, he's going to be like, what is that? I want it, first of all. But he's also going to be like, tell me about the history of Mandalore. And he's going to tell him what the armor told him. And he's going to say, I want that throne. And I need that throne. Tatooine is cool and all, and we've seen so much of Tatooine in this show, in all of the Star Wars movies. We've seen Tatooine so many times, but Mandalore is something that we never see. We saw it in the Clone Wars, and that's it. We haven't seen it in live action at all, and I want to see Boba and Din go back and take over Mandalore with Bo-Katan, take it back from the Empire, and just have Boba Fett ruling with the Darksaber, ruling Mandalore, and Din Djarin goes back to being a bounty hunter and training, maybe even with Luke Skywalker, or maybe even with Grogu. Also, Boba is the rightful ruler of Mandalore. His dad, Jango Fett, was the rightful ruler of Mandalore. He is actually of the family that is supposed to be the rightful ruler of Mandalore. Din Djarin is not related at all. He's a foundling. He was found, and he's not related to any of the royalty of Mandalore, but Boba is. He's technically a straight line descendant to the rightful ruler, and if he gets the Darksaber, then he is officially the rightful ruler of Mandalore. The only problem I see with this theory is Boba not wanting to leave Tatooine. He really became one with the people of Tatooine and the nature of Tatooine, and the Tuskens and all these people on Tatooine. He worked for Jabba a lot. He killed Bib Fortuna. So there has to be a successor to that throne. Maybe Din Djarin. Who knows? Maybe he frees Tatooine. There's no more crime lord running Tatooine. Maybe even Luke shows up and whatever. But I think by the end of this show, or by the end of Mando Season 3, Boba's going to take the throne and have the Darksaber. Does that mean we'll see a Boba versus Din? Oh, that would be awesome. But maybe not. Maybe he just rules without the Darksaber. Or maybe he just takes it off Din's dead body. I know. I just said Din would die. I am so sorry. But the Mandalorian, it is a possibility that the Mandalorian could die at some point. He's getting his 3rd season now. There's rumor that there will be a 4th, but then what? Din Djarin can't survive forever. He's not in the sequel trilogy. But neither is Boba Fett. I'll give you that. Neither is Boba Fett. But I think Boba is going to be the rightful ruler of the Mandalorian throne and take the Darksaber from Din Djarin himself. So tell me what you think in the comments. Do you think that this is a good theory? Do you think that it's at all possible that Boba Fett could be this new ruler of Mandalore with the Darksaber and rule with an iron fist with Fennec Shand at his side and maybe even Din Djarin at his side and maybe even Bo-Katan? I don't know, they kind of hate each other, but at his side. Smash like on this video, hit subscribe and hit that bell if you loved this video and you loved this theory about Boba Fett being the rightful ruler of Mandalore. But don't miss out on any of my videos because the Book of Boba Fett is getting hype and these last 2 episodes are going to be insane. We could see Luke, we could see Han, we could see a Ben Solo at like 6 years old, we could see Grogu again, we could see Kiara from Solo movie, we could see Cad Bane, we could see the War of the Pikes. And it's all going to be right here, so press that bell so you don't miss out and you get notified on all my videos that I post, and smash like if you liked this theory. And may the Force be with you always.